Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahlial. In this incarnation, the moon continues to be in Pisces right now in its last degrees. And because it is a moon that is in water, in a sign of water, and we are in this post full moon phase, these are days in which we could be processing a lot of emotional movement. Pisces is a very creative energy of inspiration, but it could also be hypersensitivity or feeling quickly drained if we are sustaining like perceptions or external situations that are not collaborating with our path. There could be also more tendency to escapism, to not put boundaries to screens, for example, and then that leads us to be in a state of disconnection with ourselves. And some people could experiment a lot of tiredness after a full moon. So it is important to give to yourself the spaces that you need to recharge. But tomorrow the moon enters in Aries, and this usually is manifested as high energy. It is important to identify how you are feeling. And at the moment that enters in Aries, it is going to have an encounter with Saturn retrograde and later with Neptune retrograde. And it is going to do an opposition with Mars in Libra, reactivating the tension that we have experimented the last days. So ways of channeling this energy is physical activity that has intense movement. That is a very good way every time that we have moon in Aries. But also, if there is a particular situation that was shown these days related with challenges, conflicts, and you have to take a specific decision to create a balance, to return to your inner balance, perhaps you could feel the discomfort and the need to move that energy, or dealing with situations in a different way, because both Neptune and Saturn are retrograde. So these tensions could show us the repetition of a pattern, the boundary that we are not establishing with ourselves or with other people. But moving forward this week, the energy is going to change. Today, August 11th, Mercury is already retrograde, is already direct, sorry. But I explained that it's going to be stationary until August 15th. And until the end of this month, precisely August 25th, Mercury is going to go through the mathematical degrees that already went through in the retrogradation. So probably conversations, decisions, and creative ideas are very related with what life invited us to question ourselves or to look from other perspective during the review, the revision. So tomorrow also are perfected the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter in Cancer, and the sextile between Saturn and Uranus. This continues to be active in the next days. About the conjunction, I wanted to add, something else that I didn't mention in the previous videos, but Cancer, it is a sign of water, is highly intuitive, and as Jupiter is this amplificator, our intuition could talk very, very loud, could speak very loud regarding, topics of relationships and resources. So many times what we feel intuitively could generate a little bit of resistances. In this case with Cancer, these resistances usually are because of the fear of moving out from a space or a way of approaching our lives that is familiar but that cannot contain this greater growth. And the key is to go beyond that perception, because this conjunction is showing us opportunity, and a great opportunity, talking about Jupiter, for this cycle that they are opening between both of them until the next conjunction that is going to happen also in Cancer in 2026. So many times what we initially are not seeing as something that positive, later could be like the greatest gift. In fact, this that I am saying is also sustained by the sextile between Saturn retrograde in Aries and Uranus in Gemini, because Saturn is retrograde. This could indicate that a direction that we have sustained until this point and that is not giving its fruits, or a situation that is being repeated, has now possibilities of being modified. But we have to open ourselves to new information, or also could be, a path that it is functioning. We can build something in here, but requires certain level of innovation so we can consolidate that growth. And this actualization could be an important change for some people that I was saying yesterday. But for others, it is like improving their projects, perhaps technologically, or meeting other people that are opening themselves to incorporate things that are outside of their field, because Gemini is diversity, topics that are very different and that we can interconnect. But also this actualization could be linked with, making a breakthrough of how we were fitting our reality, in our perception until this moment, and just allow ourselves to receive other answers. Not because they have to reach us in an immediate way, but it is to begin to make the questioning. So I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.